Hey, what's up everyone? Today I'm going to make a video on different content. It's not gonna be traveling video. I have been getting a lot of questions from freshmen as well as sophomore and junior about like how to get on campus job at UNT. There are more than 43,000 students at UNT. So it's not impossible to get a job, but it's very competitive. So how to get a job? And also since we are international student, we can't work outside unless it is internship which is approved, which is closely related to our major and is approved by our respective department. So having said that, there are more than 43,000 students. How to get a job? How to get on campus job? How to land a job? So if you wanna know, just keep watching this video.
Okay, let's go.
So before starting, I want to tell you that my answers may or may not be professionals, and I am not professional interviewer, or I am not the one who can give you professional answers to crack or to face interview. But in this video, I am going to share you my own experience. Even if my answers are not professionals, I can tell you that if you watch this video, you will learn many ideas and tips on how to get a job, how to secure a job, and how to crack job interview. So let me go ahead and start with some of the like formal general overview of the process for securing an on-campus job. First of all, you need to create handshake account. This is the platform where you apply to the on-campus job, and most of the jobs are posted in this website handshake. You can also download their app. So you can upload your resume, you can upload your cover letter, you can upload your class schedule, you can also upload your driver license if you have one. So in this way your handshake account is ready, and when this account is ready, apply to all the jobs that are posted on handshake. So, and after this journal process, let me give you some other tips and tricks that may be helpful for you to get on campus job. So the first thing is networking. Networking is very important. It's not only during college life but also after college life. Networking is very important. So try to build connection with different people of UNT. Maybe you attend different events, different programs. In this way you can get connected with different people. So maybe sometime you may visit different cafeteria, you may visit the different office. So when you visit cafeteria, just say everyone, whoever you see over there, hey, hi, how are you, what's going on, so are you a manager? Start conversation in this. So next day you can say like, hey, the food you cooked was so good, I like it. Another day you visit the same place and say, I think you need to improve these things, so it would be even better. In this way you can build a relationship with a manager. And if you visit frequently this place, eventually you can ask if they are hiring. If they are hiring, they say yes, we are hiring, you can work for us. But if they're not hiring, they may inform you about future openings and keep you in mind. So if you build a relationship with them in this way, and when you submit application through handshake, it's more likely that they're gonna hire you over other applicants because you are familiar with them. They know your name, they know you are curious. This is tips 1. So there is another tips 2 which I am going to explain you. So as I said, like building a relationship is very important. You should build a relationship with your professor as well. It's also very essential. It's not essential only during college time, but also it can be very helpful for your future career as well, because professor or a lot of company contact professor, and a company asks professor that if you have any talented student, please let us know or recommend us for internship. So if you visit the like how to build a relationship with professor, this may be like asking a question during class time, and also professor asks a question to the class, so maybe you raise your hand and try to answer the question what professor is asking in class. Also you can visit their office during office hour with inquiries. So in this way you can build a relationship with your professor, and this will be helpful for your future career as well. Like the reason I already mentioned, because the professor has the list of contacts of different companies, so professor may recommend you for internship or for even for full-time job. And apart from this, if you have built a closeness with a professor, you can email them later that, hey professor, I am dash dash dash, I am the one that frequently visited your office during class time. So I was wondering if you hiring for any like the TA position, RA position, or if you need grader. So if professor is hiring, it's more likely that they're gonna choose you over other applicants or other students, because you have built a relationship with them, and the professor knows you more than they do other. So in this way you can also get a job. So another tips that I can give you is this is I will say that this cannot be a professional one, but I am sharing you my own experience. So building a relationship with PhD student can also be very helpful, because most of the PhD student conduct research with professor, so they need a research assistant, right? So you can ask PhD student if they need any research assistant, and if they are in need of research assistant, they will refer you to the professor. So it's more likely that you will get hired as a RA if you are referred by a PhD student. So building relationship with PhD student is also very important. So again, the best way to get connected and build a relationship and expand networking is to attend events and different kinds of programs. The second part, I am going to give you some tips on how to crack interview. Cracking interview is also challenging, but I was able to crack all of the interview that all of the job interview that I attended here at my college. So in this video I am not going to talk about your body language or your posture or whatever. You can find the information on YouTube, because this video gonna be completely based on my own experience. That's why I'm not gonna say anything about like the body language or whatever, but I will say that dressing, this is something the interviewer gonna notice, and this is something that may put some impression on interviewer. an interviewer will take different factors and different things into account to evaluate your ability. So even if interview is challenging, it can also be made easier. So how? The question, how? Like many people will tell you to be confident, to be honest, right? And which is absolutely true, and this is something I agree with. You should be confident, you should be honest, and I would also say that you should treat the interviewer as your friend and speak clearly, speak consistently, and like I again want to say, confidence and honesty are key. So first of all, you need to listen to what interviewer is going to tell you, or what interviewer is asking you. So if you don't understand what interviewer is asking you, then you won't, or you can't give a proper answer. So first of all, you need to listen to an interviewer. So if you cannot understand what interviewer is asking, you can ask them to explain that question. This is what I use, what I do every time. If I don't understand question, I ask them to explain. And even if I understand the question, I ask them, would you please mind me repeating the same question? Because if you do so, then they may think that you are interested in that position. So this is something that may impress your interviewer. So another thing is, like as I said, confident. So let me tell you my own experience. I don't know how other professional YouTuber describe this as, but let me share you my own experience. I don't have problem speaking with the people. Like my friends describe me as I'm very talkative boy. I love to talk with the people, so I never fear to speak with people. So it doesn't matter whether this is my interviewer, whether this is my professor or whatever. I never fear to talk with people. So whenever I attend job interview, I spoke very confidently without any fear. And another thing, honesty. So you should provide honest answer, because interviewers are clever than you are. So they will detect if you are providing any false information about your experience or about your skills. So another key that helped me succeed in interviews was that I never memorized my answers. I never memorized my answers. Rather, I would carefully read the job description and think about like how my skills and experience align with the requirements. Like I'm gonna make another video on how as an international student, how I was able to get internship. In that video I will discuss you more about my interview experience. My interview for that internship was on June 5th. I was in California until June 4. So I returned to Texas on June 4, and I attended that interview on June 5th. It means that I didn't memorize the answer that I was going to answer during my interview for internship position. Without memorizing answers, I was able to crack that interview too. And my interviewer was so impressed that he said that he would reply me within maybe 1 week to 10 days about their decision, but he emailed me in 2 days that, hey Ananta, we are going to hire you. I was shocked. So never memorize the answer. So what to answer without memorizing? There can be a question. What I used to do was, as I mentioned earlier, that I used to read the job description very carefully. Maybe the requirement of that position, the responsibilities of that position, and after reading those the job descriptions carefully, I used to think in my mind on how to link my skills and experience to the job requirements, to the job responsibilities.
So suppose you just came across a business analytics position on handshake, and one of the requirement is proficient in Power BI and Tableau. So how you gonna answer this question? Don't memorize what you're going to answer, but just keep in mind what you are going to answer. In my case, how I would answer this question is, I would say, hey, I have taken course in Power BI, and also I have taken BCIS 3620 course, where I have learned about Power BI as well as data analysis and data visualization on Power BI. So I believe that I would be one of the strongest candidate for this position. This is what you need to keep in your mind, but don't memorize this. Now you got idea, right? So what you gonna say? You have gotten an idea that you have taken a course on YouTube. The name of the course is Power BI, and you also have taken the course BCIS, where you have learned about data visualization on Power BI. So in this way, you have to be prepared about what you are going to answer. Do not memorize A to Z.
Speaking confidently or without fear is something that gonna make a big impression on interviewer. If you are speaking or if you are answering the answers that you have not memorized, gonna show you that you are speaking naturally, so you don't have any memorized answer in your mind. You are speaking what you have. You are speaking not what you have memorized. So this gonna make another impression on interviewer. That's how I was able to crack all job interview.